You bought your camera, brought your mic, you bought all the things you need, you got your game. Let's go to Twitch and get famous. Hold on there. Maybe Twitch is not the place to go. Hello, everybody. I'm Grubber Bear, as many of you may know. I'm doing this video kind of off the cuff, so if you're not used to my style, this is how I roll. I don't have any scripts or anything like that, so I just kind of just pop off the head here. Bear with me if you won't mind. Now, this is supposed to be a discussion piece, a thought piece. This is a maybe you shouldn't topic. Now, if you want to see a maybe you should topic, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up. I'll do the maybe you should video. Help me get there if you wouldn't mind. There's more than enough that y'all hit 50 likes. So hit that like button. Maybe I'll do a maybe you should video. So I would appreciate that. Now, hit that subscribe button. Share with your friends on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, and all this stuff like that. Please help me get my name around, get my channel around. Would be really appreciated. But back to the subject in hand here. No, I do stream on twitch.tv/GrubberBear every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Central American Time. Just in case anybody want to catch me there. I'm rambling at the mouth there. But I think everybody at some point, at least those who are on Twitch, starts to wonder, is the Twitch the place to grow? Now, I do have some proof here that maybe show you the proof behind these words that I'm saying. Come along with me if you don't mind. I've been streaming on Twitch for almost 3 years now, and I have honestly grown. I just don't see the growth. That's my problem, and I think a lot of us don't see that growth as much as, let's say, other people that have let's say an unfair advantage, or though they are not willing to admit it, the scale of it is so large and so vast on these certain subject matters that the proof is so hard to be shown mathematically, because there's so many people that are doing this one thing, and I just don't know what it could be. And people say it doesn't exist because there's just so many people doing it. I just can't tell you what it is. But besides that, you get my point here. I do believe there is a bit of an unfair advantage, and of course there's also very little discoverability on Twitch. There just is, okay? You can do the math, but I got some other proof here to show here, but let me give you some thoughts here, okay? Now, let's take a subject matter. Take any game. Mostly any game you can think of that is on Twitch, and it is the game to play right now. Now, let's take for time and point right now, as of December 20th, Cyberpunk 2020. Disaster it may be, but people still want to see that disaster, and they want to see those funny moments. So let's just go say Cyberpunk 2020. Alright, so here we go. We got Cyberpunk 2020. Now, as you can see, there is over 45.2k viewers playing this game, a 492k followers. Don't quite understand that little thing right there. I don't know if that's followers or streamers, but you play this game. Not everybody is playing. Now, obviously there had certain kind of streamers at the top of the list. I'm not gonna say very much, but thirsty much. I'm just gonna put that out there. But yeah, everybody's scrambling of low streamers to high streamers. I do appreciate that a lot. But you don't see no like 5 or 4 streamer on top of this list. 13s and 10s, 11s, those are okay. I would like to see a 1 up here. Just cause. Why not, right? So we got all these people. You are wanting to play this game at this time on Twitch at this hour at 9:60, let's say at 9:26 p.m., let's say Central American time, my time, and you want to play this game. Look at how many people are playing this game right now. I'm sure I could be scrolling on this list for hours, and you wouldn't probably see the bottom. Just gonna throw it out there. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Looks like it's like a lot of sevens right now, so maybe I will. But you're still competing with all these people. You are competing with every single one of these Joes and Smos, all trying to play this game and try to get recognition for playing this game. There's just too many. There's too many. And each person has 5, 6, 7. It goes all the way up to the hundreds. Now, first day release was probably way worse. You probably couldn't even see the 9977s. I'm actually kind of a little bit surprised, to be honest with you, that it's already falling off this much, but probably because of all the glitches in the game. Not everybody's able to stream this game. You got to think of all the PlayStation 4 players and Xbox players that want to be playing this game right now, but they can't because the game is literally so buggy that they will never get views. But anyways, they are sharing these views with other streamers, and you're going to be one of many of those other streamers trying to compete in that zone. No one is going to very much be able to find you or discover you. They haven't already discovered it already. I'm pretty sure a lot of them, like my case in point, a lot of times I play a game and most of them are people that have already discovered me through previous games that are much smaller, with a much smaller streamer group. Now, you got, of course, you got your Call of Duty, your Dodo, Overwatch, League of Legends, you name it. The big names have been big on Twitch forever. And you want to play one of those games. Well, now you're competing in even bigger league. You really think you're good at those games. You really want to get at those games. You want to be tactical. And you think you can bring something new, a fresh face, fresh ideas to that category. You are now in the bigger areas where the big fish swim. And you're going to go jumping in that thing as if it's a small pond to be discovered. It's really hard to say that. I think most of us, know this in some way or form. I'm not saying anyone here is dumb. I'm just saying these are known, or at least should be known, statistics and relatively easy to find, proof that's just going to be hard for you to be discovered on Twitch. They don't have a search menu bar for, as easy for finding someone like new streamers or maybe small streamers or certain streamers underneath a certain amount of categories. I still think the idea of the clips idea, I don't know if anybody's ever heard it before, but I think clips could be a good way of TikToking with commercials by Twitch and help people that are small be discovered a little bit more relatively easy. I heard that from another channel. It's not my idea. I just think it's a great idea if it would be ever implemented. Of course, I like that they bring up small streamers up to the top of the category, but most small streamers already have a people that they already stick to, so people more likely to come off of the big channels and go to the small channels. We're wolf pack mentality creatures. We normally tend to go where the big group is. Let's just be real here. We want to be part of the cool kids, part of the big crowd, a part of a movement. That's how we move as a society. That's how we grow. We move with people, and don't want to get political there, but that's how some people do it, and they don't ever move outside that pack and actually go learn themselves and go figure out information themselves and stop listening to what everybody else is saying and figure that stuff on your own. Just saying, could be a good way to live. Just a thought there. So, mind you, you're competing against literally billions of people that are trying to be streamers on Twitch in every category combined together, from across the world, from US to London to Scotland to Brazil. You got China, you got Hong Kong, I believe. I got Korean, India, South Africa, North Africa. You got everybody. Everybody's trying to stream on Twitch. You don't get that. If you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I know a lot of stuff about the world. No, I always say I'm uncultured swine. I'm not really, but I just like saying that because it's just funny to me. I have a little bit of knowledge, but not very much. Anyways, I digress. So, you are competing with everybody across the world at all hours, every hour of the day. Honestly, with mostly English-speaking people or cultures, because let's be honest here, unless you are of that culture and you can understand what they're saying, it's a little harder to get in their stream and actually understand the entertaining value of it if you don't speak that language. Mind you, there has been some exceptions to that rule, but most of those are a little bit more educated and they do or have an interest in that language or trying to learn that language and practice it. I have some people actually come to my stream, no lie, come to my stream, did not speak very good English, just so they can practice spelling and grammar in my streams. Fine, okay, whatever. So, as you may understand here, you're gonna have a hell of a time on Twitch. Now, if you've been keeping up and paying attention, if you're trying to start on just streaming, there's other platforms out there. You can try those, and they could resolve a lot better for you. Now, let's take it like YouTube. So I just did a relatively quick search on here. YouTube, the static shows the average number of current viewers on YouTube gaming live for the second quarter of 2018, the third quarter of 2020. It was found that there was an average of, I'm reading this here, so you should be able to see yourself, 780 or 758.6 thousand people streaming at any given time on YouTube gaming live than the last measured period. This is a update as of October 2020. So, I don't know if I can go and click here, but let's see what happens if I can show the graph or not. There's your graph. Comparatively to Twitch, that's still a small number, but that is a growing number of people interested and people that are moving to it. Now, I'm sure that also doesn't include those who were on Mixer that moved over from Mixer when it closed down, instead of going to Facebook, decided to jump train and go to YouTube. And this includes all the games, so each game is a smaller pond, which was really a good idea. Be honest with you, jumping from one platform that is relatively small to a ginormous platform and hoping to be discovered and bring your crowd over there, when many people made move from Twitch to get away from the large crowd and get away from that overwhelming amount of people that are sheeping over there to go to a small platform to be discovered. Now, when I jumped on Twitch, this is 3 years back, yeah, it was still pretty much like the bandwagon. Think of it like the gold rush. Everybody was thinking about, going out and getting rich. I was just going over to play some Overwatch and just play some games. Heck, I didn't read chat back then when I started doing it. But then I started taking it a little more serious when once live came about, and I was had a little more passionate behind it. And even then, it's been nothing but a struggle ever since then. And I played Overwatch during the period where it was most famous. I was doing it at the worst time. And I was a platinum player, almost diamond, and I was playing ranked all the time. Pretty much everybody wants to see me struggle. So I was fairly good enough, but not good enough to be discovered. So that platform at that time was not really really good idea to go jumping in that huge ocean of people all playing in. This is back then where, heck, if you weren't like top 10 streamers of that game on Twitch at that time, you would only see the big names up there. You would never find someone like me at the very bottom of that list. There's no chance in God-given earth that you would find me. So I had a more struggle back then. Compared to nowadays, still not that good. Just finding someone on Twitch that is new and fresh is really not easy, unless you have a breakthrough. So, like I'm trying to say here, go to maybe try YouTube out. You got the course. It's the same thing, DMCA stuff, so music is blocked. But here's the good thing about YouTube. If you are streaming and there's a part where your stream does go into DMCA music, they'll give you a warning and give you the section for where you broke that rule and that music was not allowed. Well, guess what? You can cut it out. On Twitch, they don't give you that. They do not give you that. They just say, your stuff was broken, it was bad boy, and give you a strike. There's no, hey, here's a section, here it is right here. You might want to delete that. And then on top of that, you get to keep your stuff on YouTube. So let's say later on down the line, someone finally finds out your old live stream, they go check it out, they like what you're doing. It's always on YouTube. It's always there. It doesn't have a 14-day grace. Discoverability is ever going. And if you're just one of the people that's a pioneer, you hit a game before most people do, let's say Tarkov, And you had a lot of content about Tarkov. When Tarkov came out, people were been playing the game for months, if not longer, and they got discovered because of it. Because it was a game that everybody was just not hearing about, and there's already been people already doing a bunch of content on it, and they explode. They exploded. They were already at the punch on Twitch. Can't do that, can you? It's a thought there. Now, as you may understand, there is one more, and some of you may not like it, but they're growing, and they're getting bigger. And they're being a little bit smarter too, especially with the DMCA thing. Now, if you don't understand what's going on with the DMCA, claiming digital merchants, no, digital music, claiming authority. I forget what it stands for. Check it out, whatever it is. That's a big deal right now, and there's a bit of a problem with right now going on. If those who have not been aware, because been too worried about other things in the world right now. COVID, politics, elections. There's things that they're hiding from us, trying to slip in and do while you're not paying attention to what their action is. There's some certain little politician man out there by the name of Talus Pushes? Or no, his name is not Talus Pushes, is it? Oh, Talus, whatever. Anyways, this article I will leave in the description below if you want to read over. Some of you may have seen this person, some of you may have not. Tom Tellis, okay. Let's see. Felony streaming allegations from Sen. Tellis will be attacked to a upcoming must-push addendum government funding bill. Now, if you read over this thing, if you want to read, be my guest. I'll scroll down here shortly. The sum of this thing right here, he wants to make DMCA claims on music, and this guy has been paid by some of the big wigs in the corporation that would love to have this pushed upon and enforced. He wants making DMCA claims, and here's the money right here that he's been paid. Comcast, Charter, let's see, Internet and Television Association, political actions, whatever, AT&T, let's see, Sony, Fox. You're getting the drift here. He's been paid a lot of money. Oh, $1,000. Anyways, so this guy wants to make DMCAs a felony. Those who do not understand what that means, let me give you a picture here. He wants to make it, if you do mess up, let's say for any sake, sake of arguments, you are playing a game, you have your microphone on, it's a little sensitive, and there's somebody in the background walks by you and plays a little bit of top 10 album right now, let's say from Taylor Swift or P. Diddy, rapper, anybody, let's say just anybody, mostly at that time, and your mic picks it up. DMCA for you. Sucks, don't it? But not only did that person that walked by you, let's say be in your house, let's say you're close to a window and somebody's in a backyard doing some barbecuing and they're jamming at their music, and you let them out their day but they're not bothering you, they're not bothering me, so why would I go ahead and tell them to shut their music off? Well, now the mic picks it up, I'm DMCA'd. Let's go a little bit further. You're at home, you're at your house, your husband and wife is watching the latest football game, NBA game, and it's live, and your mic picks it up. That list had some of those people on there. DMCA for you. Broadcasting that live event of sports. DMCA. And now, you are the same felony. Let's say someone that's out there is doing cocaine. Same person that's out there robbing somebody of their livelihood. Same person that had broke into someone's house, or not say at the same measurement, let's say, but still you're at the same thing. You're going to prison now for that one little mess up, one little screw up. Just hit my mic. Think about it rationally. You could just not play that music on your stream, which should be a no duh. Now, I admittedly used to, just like everybody else did at one time, let my viewers sometimes do some song requests in my channel and let them play some music. Okay, it was live. It's live. It's at that moment. No one really thinks about it because it's only at that moment is that music playing, and we're playing it for a few people. But if you're playing for a few thousands, hundreds of thousands, the companies are seeing that as hundreds and thousands of viewers not paying for that song. And I get that. Don't get that wrong. I understand that. But I really doubt someone's coming to my stream to hear someone talk over that song. Because I don't shut up when I'm streaming. That's my argument. That's my one argument behind it. So that should be my little scapegoat. No one's listening to the song in the background. They're not. Heck, I'm pretty sure people that are watching this video right now, the song I'm playing, though it's royalty free and the person's already gave me permission, I'll put the link down below for you those who are interested in the music. He does get, he's already cool with it. But I'm sure no one's here to come listen to the guy's music. Though it's really nice. I gotta say, I love his stuff. Anyways, so no one's here to listen to that music. Are you listening to it? Can you hear it very much? I doubt it. Can you enjoy it as much? No. So I'm not a radio station. If I was just playing the music, let's say, just playing it at all and just moving my body while I'm doing it, like those little dancers out there with, skimpy clothes that get paid a lot of money just to do that and don't ever get removed. But the moment you say a certain word, simp, you might get banned. So you see, there's two things right there. One, DMCAs used to be the wild, wild west on Twitch. Man, you may not hear a thing about it. You knew about that where you're playing. You probably shouldn't be playing it. At least most people probably knew about it, give or take. But it was one of the perks of being on Twitch. Now that's gone. That will never come back. Twitch, you need to just go ahead and pay the people and stop putting on the little guy to hopefully we can fend for ourselves later. I'm sorry, you're a trillion dollar company. You can afford to pay for those rights and help us out and let us play this music. Maybe not top 10, maybe not top 20, maybe not top 30, but you get what I'm saying here. I should be able to play some Christmas music in the background, some little I dreaming of, I know that was horrible, but trying to be professional here. I want to be able to play that song, or I want to be able to play that song without the risk of a DMCA. And then the next thing we got going on all over Twitch. Of course, this has already been a thing for a while, but now they're going to be enforcing a little bit more detailed, using the word simp or virgin or incel. Is it a bannable offense? You getting what I'm saying here? A bannable offense. It's not that UK, if you were to say this in a mean way, that I understand it could be received as mean, but most of the time it's considered a joke. But it's at their discretions whether or not you were being jokeful or not. It's at their discretions when they review it whether or not your reasons behind saying those words were in a mean way or in a jokeful way. Here's the problem with that. You ever heard the saying before by a comedian? I've heard it myself. Other people have heard it before. I've heard it from someone else. You can't tell a joke nowadays without having a punchline to it. That's the way it shouldn't be. You should be able to tell a joke without no punchline. If it's a joke, it's a joke. How are you supposed to be able to tell when someone's joking? Some people are like, well, they say it a lot. They say it very aggressively, some people are just very crude with the way they speak. Some people, impressionable kids, I'm putting it out there. If you are a kid, sometimes you may say something not knowing what that fully means or the repercussions of that. You're just following along, being a wolf upon the pack, a little sheep upon the herd, following them, and you go jumping in there with them, and you say the word, now you're bad. Great. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is, for those who are unaware, I'm not trying to educate no one here, just giving you a thought here, it's supposed to be the freedom of speaking one's mind without taking the freedoms from others. I say something, as long as my freedom of speech doesn't hinder on other people and take away their freedom, it's freedom speech. Whether you like it or not, it's still free. Now, that's, I'm not a Fourth Amendment person. I'm not a big political person at all. You can do the research on that. If you don't believe me, it's fine. It's okay. But unless I'm taking away your freedom to be on Twitch through my words and be a streamer through my words, if I'm taking away your possibility of being that, then you have all the rights to take me down. But unless I'm doing that, sorry, I can say whatever. I should be able to say what I want. Now, times do change. Words do change on their meaning. Some people take a word and change the definition of that very word. You can all think of that N-word that has taken upon its own life and its own entity, but it's still their word. Now it's become a single class person instead of a word for everybody. Just like the word, it's a medical term, okay? So I'm not trying to offend anybody here at one point, but retard, okay? Not a very good word nowadays. It is considered as a bad word nowadays. But when it first came out, it was a medical term, okay? Do the research on that. Don't take me on my word. Be my guest. I didn't pull up any little things so you can see that. So again, these are words at one time that are not meant to be offensive, but we took that word and then made it as such to divide and separate us. I've said this before on my stream. I don't believe that's very good thinking. Dividing, separating, that's what people wanted. They wanted to keep us in little sections. Okay, so you get what I'm saying here. Bit of off subject right there too. So I'm sorry if I might take all this out. I don't know. I'll wane on that later. So simp and incel version is practically gone. And even if you do as a joke, someone misconstrues that, Twitch misconstrues that joke as being harmful, you're gone. And that is practically, that's, I don't support that. I do not support that. So your freedoms of being expressive are slowly being taken away. Small piece by small piece by small piece. On YouTube, you're not hearing anything about that. DMC is still a thing, but then we got the next one. We got the Facebook. Facebook is a good place to go on. Now, on Facebook, at the current time, they got 153,000 people. Most recent viewership statistics from April, of May, and June of 2019 showing 153,000 active streamers on Facebook. On Twitch has almost 3 million active streamers in September. You're getting that number right there. That is a vast number in between. And on Twitch, 855 million active streamers on Twitch worldwide as of 2020. This statistic period of number of active streamers on Twitch worldwide from January 2018 to November 2020. According to the findings, Twitch has approximately 8.55 million active streamers in November of 2020. Now, you gotta remember, some of them are because of COVID. You get that? So, you getting this, see how big that pond is? You wanna jump in that? I'm already there. I'm an affiliate. I'm stuck there. Now, you could just pay to subscribe to Mad Cats, a music band, and you become an automatic affiliate. 5 months, affiliate like that. But it took me and several other people months to become an affiliate. And once you become an affiliate, you're not allowed to stream on multiple platforms at the same time. And if you do stream on multiple platforms, you gotta stream separate things, 24 hours of separate things, and on separate days. You're already putting yourself at a disadvantage here. Twitch does not mean immediate success, growth, or discoverability. It's just the big name, and there's some competitors out there growing. Try them out. There's a small community streaming there, and people are being interested, looking for something new and fresh. And immediately there's some people already on there. There's people already on Facebook. They might see your channel when they're, just humming through. There's people, millions of people already on YouTube. They might discover you going through while typing that game that you're playing. There is discoverability there. How can I say this to you more? Maybe you shouldn't be a streamer on Twitch. I am one, but I'm practically stuck there. I do stream every now and then on here, on my podcast. I do stream every now and here when I'm bored, maybe a little bit of Overwatch. It's no time event. I want to get some of those skids. I like to look Overwatch to enjoy it at times. So, what are you waiting for? What are you holding on for? Is it really worth putting all that time and effort to maybe get 3 or 4 viewers, get affiliate, and be stagnant there? Now, I have plenty of other things and ideas, like other channels have said before. You should just do one thing, but that's what you can do. You're doing it for fun, you're doing it for whatever. And if you're saying, hey, I wouldn't mind getting more well known, well, go try out other channels. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can say simp, you can say virgin. Hell, Facebook, one of the good things about Facebook started done paid the record labels, because they had the money, paid them for the right to play a lot of music on their channel. That's one up for YouTube right there, or Facebook. Facebook allows it because they bought the rights to the music. So the streamer could play that music. Go try that if you want to play some music. And if you want to play some music and you're not going to be worried about what's going to happen, or you're okay with deleting a majority of your stream on YouTube, if that's what you want to do, sure, but I wouldn't suggest that. I would just say, just play music, and if somebody's just so happened walking by and playing some top 10 music, at least erase that moment of that music and not worry about it later on. Yeah, you may lose a highlight, but also your videos are there forever until you delete it. Unlike Twitch, even if you're an affiliate, you got like 14 days for that video to be seen, and they're going to delete it afterwards. So, and of course, it also saves the hassle of, downloading that VOD from Twitch and then moving it over to YouTube. It's a lot of work. And then editing, not getting into that subject. Let's just say that part is not that fun. Of course, it's not supposed to be fun. Work. You want to really do it, it's going to take some work behind it. It takes some researching. So, maybe you shouldn't stream on Twitch. Much love, y'all. Bye.